We'll give them the French flag if he speaks French. How about that? Let's get started. I think we've got this all ready to go. Drali versus VK Stizzy. 2v2 best of 5. The honorary French Drali and the literally French Mawkzy going up against the full Spanish roster of Stizzy and VK Sailing. Now, Stizzy and VK Sailing have just qualified for the most recent RLCS event. What am I doing? Why did I go to the menu? I know I was doing something here. What was I doing, chat? Why did I go here? Oh no, a disaster. I was definitely doing something. Anyway, I'm sure we'll figure it out. Like I was saying, VK Sailing and Stizzy have just qualified for this weekend's EU RLCS event with Ocelon in their team. That should do it. Did that look clean? Yeah, okay, we got a clean start. Nice. It was only a 1 second countdown because if you don't actually let the game start, it doesn't do the full countdown. Anyway, let's get into this. We've got the return of Drali to the Showmatch scene. He's in 2v2 and he's currently turtling, which is interesting. Leaving Mawkzy to do some solo defending. And of course, Drali and Mawkzy make up two of the hottest prospects in the EU1 scene right now. But I think underdogs in this matchup because VK Sailing and Stizzy are in fact teammates, and I expect that synergy to prove to be too much for Drali and Mawkzy to overcome. Drali and Mawkzy is certainly extremely mechanical though, but you've got to look out for this guy Stizzy. I think he's going to be the newest player on the scene to a lot of you guys watching, but he is a monster. He just turned 15 in time for the most recent RLCS split, and he's just qualified for his first ever RLCS event with VK Sailing and Ocelon. Like I said, VK Sailing had a great RLCS Season X with Demensa and Atomic, EU Atomic that is, but he's had a less effective RLCS season in 2021-22. So it's exciting to see him back. Also exciting to see Ocelon back, another player with a ton of ones history. Great pass by VK Sailing. Stizzy not able to miss from there, even if he tried. And they're already up by 2. That was just an extremely risky play there by Mawkzy, leaving Drali alone at the back. And VK Sailing had a huge net to aim at, as having a player in the middle just effectively makes the net that much bigger. GH Sol, thanks for the 26-month tier 1. Also, Dread Pirate Jake, thanks for the brand new Prime and 45-month from Epilon. Welcome back to you as well. Drali is still 14, because I know somebody's probably going to ask. He's, I think, going to be turning 15 for next RLCS season. Let's see if he can convert. No, not able to get a center ball or a shot on target after Mawkzy outplayed the Spanish duo with the hard clear. Guys, really quickly spam 1 in chat if you like this volume for the in-game sound. I know last time we used it, we were using voice chat, so I turned the game sound down a lot. But I've tried turning it back up a little bit here for the show match. Hopefully it works out. Lovely recovery there from Mawkzy off the underside of the crossbar. Gets the in and out clear. Less of a save as it wasn't too difficult to clear off the line. VK Sailing and Stizzy have definitely had that synergy with their passes. Looks like more of their touches are going towards a teammate, but just as I say that, very well struck infield from Drali to Mawkzy, who accidentally hits the ball a little bit too close to the near post. You were just in the part of Rizzo's Chalkcast where we talked about Stizzy and VK. Yeah, we were talking about them last night on the podcast, and it's really exciting. Looking forward to seeing them play this weekend. Their opening match this weekend for Stizzy and his RLCS debut is against Moist Esports. So what an opening match that's going to be. Not a series. I mean, no series in EU these days has been taken lightly, even round 1. I mean, if you take a look at the bracket for round 1 in EU this weekend, I think it's the most stacked RLCS round 1 in history for a top 16 regionally. I've never seen a top 16 bracket that looks as ridiculous as this. Definitely give it a look. Just got announced, I think, today. Probably updated on the Wikipedia page. Endog, thanks for the 70-month tier 1. That is unbelievable. That is, it's getting to the point now where I don't immediately know how many years that is. I think it's almost 6 years. I have to think about it. Thanks so much, man. Good to see you. Yeah, it's only going to get more stacked in EU, because of course Zen, when he turns 16, he'll be able to play, I think, well, we'll have to wait and find out if Drali's going to play EU. He's got dual citizenship, I believe. Is it with Canada? I think it's with Canada, I forget. It should be, as VK Sailing misses the open net here. Now, I recently found out that VK Sailing's like popped off on TikTok or something, which is awesome to see. Spanish scene in Rocket League has recently taken a bit of a hit in terms of success, but that's only relative to the incredible success that they had in RLCS Season X with the original Team Queso roster of VK Sailing, Dimensa and Atomic doing so well, marked by 8 of course, being part of the greatest online team in Rocket League history, BDS, and also other Spanish players here and there, namely Samway, Stake for Giants, who are very often top 2. A bunch of Spanish players in RLCS Season X really made a name for themselves and really put Spain on the map globally. I think Spain were just pretty consistently the second best country in Europe to France before the UK had a comeback and a rise with success, helped of course by the player rise. But I think Spain can bounce back. They've had their worst regional as a country in the most recent RLCS regional. They had no players in the top 8, I think for the first time in a long time. But I think this will change. I think they're going to make a comeback. There's a ton of talent in Spain. Hopefully one of the big Spanish orgs can get involved in the scene as well, because of course now we've got Moist Esports, huge org with a whole bunch of English-speaking fans, predominantly American, now getting interested in EU Rocket League. We've already got Carmine Corp, Solary Vitality, a massive French presence, but there's a lot of Spanish orgs out there as well. The Spanish scene, especially on Twitch, is huge, so it would be awesome to see them getting interested in Rocket League. I think the best way for that to happen would be a team the likes of VK Ceylon and Stizzy's doing well, so best of luck to them. They've really done well in this first game, connecting their passes extremely effectively, but also just not overcommitting too much. And every time that Mawkzy and Drali have attacked, they're having to go past the defended net. They're having to shoot accurately just to have a chance of scoring. And it did just get out of control after the early lead from VK and Stizzy. It's his best of 5 though, and we've seen plenty 5-0s and similar scorelines being turned around later on in a series. If Mawkzy and Drali can start to spread out just a touch more in defense, they're probably going to make it more difficult for their opponents to get the ball past them. Look out for the kickoff strategies though. Even at 5-0 in the previous game, there was a demo kickoff being attempted by VK Ceylon and Stizzy. This time standard is what they go for. Like I said earlier, by the way, guys, it's just going to be a short stream today, depending how long this series takes. If it goes all the way to Game 5, that'll probably be all we'll have time for. But if it's over in 3 or 4, we might have time to take a look at the longest NA RLCS overtime that just happened last weekend between NRG and FaZe. I was watching it on my mobile last weekend. I was away, so I didn't get to watch it properly. Definitely want to take a look back with you guys on stream, if not today, then later this week. Great control by Drali as he puts France 1 goal up here. Lovely finish, but this was all about the pace through the midfield. Being chased by VK Ceylon the entire way, he had to score as quickly as possible. I think after scoring there, did he go to to spectate? I think he did. So fake kickoff, getting read by VK Ceylon. What a play by VK Ceylon. Mawkzy went for the fake kickoff. Drali was cheating to try and hide the fact that that's what they were doing. But VK Ceylon just predicted it, chips it straight down the middle. Maybe Mawkzy turned a bit too early. Oh, they're saying give us. Okay. Was it a disconnect? Maybe it was a disconnect. And they say question mark, give us. They do get given the goal straight back. Great sportsmanship by the Spaniards. Be sure, by the way, to check out later tonight, those of you who are going to be up late, the North American qualifier for Gamers Without Borders. I briefly mentioned it earlier, but I'll speak right now more about that tournament. It's a crew battle tournament. If you guys remember the Fusion tournament that myself and Incivic ran years ago now, they are using that format. The qualifier is going to be straight up 3v3, but the actual event itself... Oh, actually, it might be... I'm not sure if it's crew battle tonight. Maybe it's crew battle tonight. I'm not sure. I really hope it is, to be honest. That would be awesome. But the final event will be. So it'll be a 3s, 2s, and 1s crew battle tournament with all the best teams in the world. Well, all the best teams in EU, NA, and Middle East. Absolutely stacked. It is crew battle tonight. Oh, that's sick. I'm actually so excited. Props to them. I'm always excited when a tournament organizer does something other than 3v3, because there's nothing wrong with 3v3, but there is just so much of it. There's a ton of 3v3 in the Rocket League world. Now Mawkzy there, extremely far back. Drali was trying to center it to him. I talked about, you know, giving each other space in defense so they don't double commit, but you've got to also try and follow up on each other's touches in offense. So sometimes even if it means leaving yourself low on boost. This is a much better mechanical display from Drali and Mawkzy in the midfield. They are currently outpacing their opponents. Shutting down VK Salen's air dribble before he can really get started. Now Mawkzy takes control, baiting in the challenge. Manages to deflect the ball towards the back corner. Drali will stay goal side as well. Mawkzy has to be careful here. He ended up on the wrong side of the ball, luckily for him. Drali was quickly back and able to clean up the mess. Stimulus, thanks to the brand new Prime, welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a good day today. Looks like the Spaniards will equalize just over halfway through the game. There's a quick interception coming through. It's a lovely back pass actually from Stizzy. Just when France thought they could get the ball away, it got sent right back into the midfield in a dangerous position. Reminder, by the way, Drali is Moroccan-Canadian, I believe. But he does, I asked him before, does he speak French? Because he can be one of the honorary French players like Itachi, who's also Moroccan, but very much a part of the French community, and even Astral and the other Belgian players who speak French. Or is that a Ravina raid? It didn't pop up on my screen, but I see a bunch of you in chat. If that was a Ravina raid, I really appreciate that. Hopefully you had a good stream. Hope you're enjoying the new voice chat. I've been having a great time with it myself. Such a great addition to Ranked. So I think I saw Ravina streaming with the title a couple times. That's what she was doing. Oh, lovely mind game there by VK Salen. Passed both of his opponents, but I think they really could have done better here. Mawkzy needs to hit the ball. He has to make contact on that one. Voice chat's been great. You like the undercover video? I'm glad you like it. I'm going to definitely do a casting video as well, where I don't go undercover. I just play as Johnny Boy and cast games. I'll probably ask if people want me to do that, though. I don't want to annoy everybody just getting into the game and casting straight away, but who knows? Maybe it'll have to come to that if they don't want me to do it. I'll just have to be like, well, I was only asking to be polite, but I had full intention of doing it regardless. It's a great demo on the recovery there from Stizzy, and VK Salem with exceptional ball control. And he pops up the ball over the top of the last defender again. Absolutely brilliant. Absolute brilliance, I should say, from Spain. VK Salen outplaying both of his opponents. It all started off with that Stizzy demo. Look how ready they are to follow up on each other's plays. Oh, FairJame, thanks to 64 month tier 1. That is also a ridiculous sum. How you doing? Big Play Crow, thanks to the brand new Prime. Welcome to you also. How's the voice chat experience been for if we have any girls, if we have any women in chat? How's the voice chat experience been? Because it's notoriously bad in some games, but I've heard only good things from everyone who's given a verdict so far on the Rocket League voice chat experience. It doesn't surprise me that Rocket League is one of the more wholesome games, personally. Never really struck me as particularly toxic. It's a good cut on the back pass from Drali, but they've got a lot more work to do. Just 20 seconds left. Mawkzy trying to actually double tap the ball off his own back wall. Drali will follow up with an air dribble of his own. I think he got the wrong first touch there and ended up on the wrong side of the ball. That probably will just be game unless they can make something happen quickly. Mawkzy looking for the mind game and the flick in reverse. Spain easily able to keep that one out and maintain the 2-goal lead. Now it will be a 2-game lead as we approach triple match point here. Better performance from Drali and Mawkzy, but the synergy from Stizzy and VK Salen really shining through, and they have not been struggling to keep up with these young mechanical beasts at all. It's mostly okay, got some weird interactions sometimes, but not really bad. That's good to hear. I mean, there's been some definitely weird interactions for me as well, but not necessarily like bad, just or weird interact, not bad, but just, yeah, like I said, weird. Which is to be expected, of course. I'm sure people have to work on their voice chat mechanics before they're really gonna start popping off. So last chance for Drali+Mawkzy to put one on the board. Oh, they're going to have to probably give a goal back here. Looks like VK Salen also disconnected. We'll see if they have the sportsmanship that the Spaniards did earlier. Mawkzy saying he didn't notice till it was too late that VK Salen was AFK. He was focusing fully. Drali says nice dribbling. Mawkzy was focusing fully on trying to just make that play work. VK Salen lost connection. We'll get him back in here. Com seems to provide a big advantage in 2s at the moment though, so it really sucks when people don't use it. Not sure non-voice chatters will slide down in rating. I think over time it will. It is going to become a more of an advantage over time. Right now, I'm not sure if it's as big of an advantage at the lower ranks because people are not used to talking while they play, so talking really puts them off. But at the higher ranks, I'm sure it will make a big difference. And over time, I think it'll start to make a bigger difference at the lower ranks as well as people become more used to talking while they play. Some people find it very difficult to say anything while they're trying to do something mechanical. So dodgy beginning here for Mawkzy and Drali. Clean whiff from Mawkzy and Drali with a miss hit, but they have not conceded just yet. Very telegraphed pass there from Drali, cut off cleanly by VK Salen. Oh, now Drali fails to get a 50-50 and Stizzy will bury the ball into the open net. Mawkzy taking the scenic route back to goal. Drali needed to just stay goal side of that ball as he cleared it. He wasn't able to do so. It would be interesting if, so I've heard a lot of people talking about how necessary it is for Psyonix to add toggle mute, and I completely agree. Toggle mute would be a much more useful feature than push to talk, in my opinion. Hopefully they decide to add that in the future. But another thing that I would love to see added is maybe a preference checkbox in the settings. Maybe Psyonix could add something that you can, a little box that you can check if you want to play with players who are using voice chat, and if you'd more gladly sit in a longer queue to wait for that. I think a lot of people would click that. They'd click the voice chat button just to have a longer queue but wait for somebody who's also got voice chat. I certainly would. Oh my goodness, what a flick by Mawkzy. Drali+Mawkzy have double committed though, and they're going to concede. That's such a shame because that flick was a monster from Mawkzy, and they got a bit excited and conceded immediately. It's all falling apart here for Drali+Mawkzy. Stizzy and VK Salen have really pushed them to the limit. It's made them feel frustrated, I think. Drali+Mawkzy having such a hard time getting scoring chances, and now they're taking bigger risks to get those, and it has ended up as a thing that just punishes them more often than not. Holy Tears, thanks to the 46-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, see you later, Ravina. Thanks again for the raid, and have a nice day. Catch you later. Cheeky on Yeezy, thanks to the 8-month tier 1. Welcome back to you as well. That was a good pass there from Drali, but Mawkzy slightly out of position for it. Still able to collect the ball, but this flick lacking the power that the last one he sent flying on net had. Drali able to beat VK Salen to the ball, but Stizzy keeps it safely in the back corner. Mawkzy quickly intercepts and puts in their first goal though. That was the most consistent pressure play that we've seen out of Drali+Mawkzy. Yeah, great open net finish from Mawkzy. Gotta say, by the way, that I really do appreciate Mawkzy and Drali coming on and playing against actual teammates, because it's always very daunting to come on in a show match setting and play against players who are that familiar with each other. They knew that they were up against it from the very get-go here, but they're still giving it a good shot, and they're getting better and better now. Overcommitted a couple of times earlier on. Ended up 3 goals down. Now it's looking a lot better. Mawkzy with just 1 boost, trying to create a chance for Drali. Does so. Stizzy actually forces Drali to not think about going. Now look at this. Mawkzy and Drali getting consistent close-up view of the orange net. And that wasn't too far off. Another clean shot. The communication has just been lacking. The synergy has been lacking in that final third. Multiple double commits from the pair. As it should have been 4-2. Stizzy didn't expect to get a free aerial there. It turned out he had one. It's Drali now with a direct transition down the middle of the field. Ceiling reset outplay halfway there. VK Salen Flip reset. Now looking for the backboard pass. Stizzy trying to backboard it to himself at the near post. This is now tough for Drali+Mawkzy. They need to play consistently here. Drali's in tons of space. Will Mawkzy see him? It looks like he might have, but he didn't have any boost to accelerate the flick towards him. Drali, as usual, consistent with the resets, wherever he may be. VK Sailing dispossesses him nonetheless. Stizzy, past one. Wants the corner double. He doesn't have an immediate option in the middle, but VK Sailing was coming in after the demo. Drali down the line, again stopped by VK Sailing. Mawkzy, low 50, denied by Stizzy. Spain, who are having more success with the midfield outplays now, as another infield pass gets read, but Mawkzy deflects the shot into the back corner. Gets demoed on his way down the right flank. Just over a minute left. It's still 1 goal to the good for Spain. A more disciplined performance at the tail end of the game from Mawkzy and Drali. Mawkzy with a tight angle double on target. Off the sidewall as well. And now tries to play half volley down the line. Drali unable to get on the end of it. Also unable to get the demo on Stizzy, which would have really opened up an attacking opportunity instead. It's VK Sailing from one end of the field, flicking the balls towards Drali. Bit of a giveaway there. I expected him to get at least one outplay. He's been so consistent outplaying the first challenge that comes towards him. All of the games that we've seen so far, less than 30 seconds left now. Drali with one of the best chances they've had in a while. Reset secured. Top corner shot off the reset. And with 21 seconds to go, they've completed the 3-goal comeback. Perfect stuff from Drali. He did not have long to pull that shot out of the bag after landing the reset. The challenge was inches away from connecting, but he placed it over the top of both opponents. And now it's VK Sailing with the air dribble, and just like that, Spain's lead is reinstated. The kickoff went their way. Stizzy just beats Mawkzy by pushing it over his head. Drali went for the close cheat. That's extremely difficult. I mean, if there's one thing you expect Mawkzy and Drali to be good at, it's winning kickoffs, so I don't blame the close cheat at all. VK Sailing and Stizzy have completely crushed them in kickoffs today. Reading fakes, pulling off fakes of their own. Solid standard kickoffs. Drali+Mawkzy in desperation of an equalizer, getting in each other's way now, and they're not going to get another chance. VK Sailing slaps it into the ground to confirm the 3-0 sweep. Every game better than the one before from Droxy here, but they just couldn't match the stunning Spaniards. They put up a really good level of play today. Thanks to all of these guys for playing. Good luck to VK Sailing and Stizzy in their RLCS debut. Well, together as a team, their debut. VK Sailing, of course, has a ton of RLCS events under his belt, but Stizzy in his very first RLCS event, and their first RLCS event as a team. Excited to see how that goes this weekend.
Oh, hi there, Brian here. I'm sorry they didn't make it to Game 5. I hope it doesn't hurt too much. If you want to stick around with this channel, I've curated this short list of videos that you might enjoy from times yonder. Bye bye for now though.